Hi everyone, welcome to our video today. Today we're going to be doing a review and a tour of the beautiful Royal Caribbean Oasis of the Seas. We were on this twice in the last month and we're going to get started now. All right everybody, welcome back to our channel. My name is John from Bite Size Cruises. We are a small travel agency that specializes in cruises and group travel. So today we are here on board the Oasis of the Seas. We're going to start up here on deck 16. This is the top of the pool deck. So the pool deck is on deck 15. This is on deck 16, which is above. So we're going to go a little quick here. You're going to see there's some hot tubs up here, and they are accessible, which is really great. One of the things they do a really good job on, if you look around, there's a lot of accessibility for the pools and for the hot tubs. As you can see, you look down there onto deck 15 and you get a really great idea of how big this ship really is. As you can kind of see, usually you can see across the main deck there pretty easily, and here you got the big hole in the middle there, and it's really huge. We are at Nassau, Bahamas today here, so go through this pretty quickly. You could see all the great amenities up here. They do have these casitas, which we'll talk about in a little bit. And then you see the little champagne slide as people whip around that and go down. So we're just going to take a look along the border here. These casitas are really nice. They probably are a little bit too expensive, but it's a nice home base for the day on a sea day or a port day. They do have plugs, as you can see. They have a little cooler there. You get towels. You get an attendant for the day. It's a nice place just to set up, but there are great spots all around. And you can see this is during the day. It is a port day, so it's not as crowded as it would normally be, but it is pretty cool. I'm just going to let you wind around deck 16 here for a little bit. Again, one of the things I like to bring up here on deck 16 is how big the ships really are, these Oasis class ships. We can barely see across the whole ship. You have obviously the giant Central Park hole in the middle there. And this is a lime and coconut bar. Great bartenders. You can get pretty much any frozen drinks or any kind of drinks there. You can see the vast array of different kind of seating up on the top pool deck, which normally just your regular pool chairs, but this is pretty amazing. There are a bunch of hot tubs up on deck 16 as well as down on 15, which we'll see. We showed you the slide on the other slide. These two slides on this side are racer slides, so you have you can jump in there and race your friends down, which is pretty cool. You see the outlet there down on deck 15. Just trying to give you kind of a good idea of how big these pool decks are and why it doesn't look crowded, even though the ship's pretty crowded. It is a port day, but it is not crowded at all, as you can tell, and it's because there's so much space and they kind of work that space out really well. There are 4 pools, including the splashway bay down there, so you can see the different pools. And then that little steps in front of you there go up to the suite sun deck. There is no pool on the suite deck on Oasis, but they do have really nice chairs. It's huge. They have a bar up there. It's really nice. Looking down on Splashway Bay there. And then on this side up there on deck 17 are the suites. And then as we go straight ahead here, you would walk directly into the Windjammer, which we'll go in just a minute. See these lovely people enjoying their casita for the day. And you see beautiful Atlantis back there in the background in Nassau, which is just beautiful today. Now we're going to take you to the back of the ship on deck 16. On aft here, we have the flow rider. As you'll see, they do have one for boogie boarding. They have one for surfing. This is going to be the boogie board side. You just see here, you jump right in there. You boogie board, have fun. This is really cool. All of these are included in your cruise fare. There is no extra cost for this. I don't want to say free. Someone commented on our last video and said, don't say it's free, you paid for the cruise. So that is correct. You did pay for your cruise. So this is complimentary and included in your cruise fare. Then as we wind around past the flow riders here, you're going to come to the back of the ship and see the Ultimate Abyss slide. This was added to the Oasis of the Seas in 2018 when they did the amplification. So this is on the newer Oasis class ships. So you see this is really cool. It's a dry slide. You get a little, almost like a little, I guess like a sleeping bag that you kind of put your legs in. You pull back, you'll see it here in a minute, but it's really cool. It goes from deck 16 all the way down to the boardwalk on deck 6. And it is, it's pretty easy to do. It's very fast, but it's not taxing on your body. I've seen young people and old people doing it, and I have back issues, and I had no problem going down. It was a lot of fun. You get a good look here at the kind of instructions you get, and then our team's going to go up and go down the Ultimate Abyss. There are two sides to this, so you can race your friends or family or whoever it is. See how quick you can get down there. You will see in a second, it's a little bit, you have to kind of like pull yourself or project yourself down the slide there. It doesn't like really kind of rate like it would with water, right? So it's a dry slide. So you kind of have to get in and either pull on the top or kind of shimmy your way in. You'll see this guy kind of shimmies his way down. But you're way up here. You are 170 feet above the water there, which is really cool. See him shimmy his way down there. The other thing at the back of the ship there is the zip line, which starts on deck 16, drops you off on deck 15 here. So as you see, our team do the little zip line. Very safe, goes right across the middle of the ship. Then we head into the Windjammer Cafe. Matt Hotchberg almost got me to say the Windjammer there. So you come in and you have all kinds of different variety. The one thing we did notice on the Oasis in the last 2 months is that there is still staff shortages. Sorry for the fast camera turns here. But so the whole buffet is not open on both sides, and there were long lines, but it's still great. Here at the front of the ship on deck 16, you're in the Solarium. And up on the top deck of the Solarium here, there is a Solarium bar, and there is some really fun seating and some plants. And this is a great place to just come and read a book or hang out in the morning. You can see some people taking a nap there. Really, really, really nice area here. See all the live plants. Very cool. As you will see there in the Central Park area, there are 12,000 live plants. So there is a ton of live greenery on the ship, which really is spectacular. Now we're on deck 15. We're again towards the back of the ship here. This is El Loco Fresh, which is a complimentary food place here. So you can go here for lunch every day. It's your standard kind of Mexican fare where you can get corn, tacos, burritos. They have a salsa bar. You can get chips and guac or chips and cheese. Really, really great. Food's really good. Again, we were on the ship here. It was 5,700 people on this particular sailing, which is pretty close to being full, and it never felt crowded at any time. It was they do, again, Royal Caribbean does a really good job on these larger ships of spacing different neighborhoods and areas out so that it never feels crowded. You never feel like everybody's in the same spot. So There are soda machines up here on deck 15 in the back if you're looking for one. And they are, of course, located right next to the teen little club here, which we are not going to go in, but we will go past it, and we are going to head over to the other side of the ship. You can see the break in the middle there down to the boardwalk. That is the Ultimate Abyss slide landing area down there. See just how far that is. And then we're going to head over here to Portside Barbecue. Portside Barbecue is not complimentary. It is an a la carte option. If you have the Ultimate Dining Package, you can go there at no additional cost. But here, everything is additional. Just a little pro tip, the barbecue ribs sell out very quickly. So if you do want those, you have to get up there pretty early for lunch to grab those. But otherwise, they have a ton of good barbecue food there. I was pleasantly surprised at how good it was for being on a cruise ship. It's not like they have big smokers on the cruise ship. So the food was great, and I was really, really, again, pleasantly surprised. Really nice area. It's big, and it was a little slow. But again, there is staff shortages. They do have a band that plays in here during the day at some point. But just a really good spot if you want to grab a quick lunch or early dinner. Very nice. Coming out of Portside Barbecue here towards the aft of the ship, you're going to see Oasis Dunes. Little mini golf course. The one thing that was weird on here for mini golf is they don't have real golf balls. So they're like light, like almost like wiffle balls, which is really interesting. But again, you know, if you're here with your kids, it's just a fun time. Also probably prevents people from breaking things, which is very smart. Because we saw some people teeing off with the golf balls here. So you can see a little mini golf course. It's a lot of fun. It's cute. It's a quick way to blow 10 or 15 minutes if you're waiting for a show or you're just wandering around on the deck. You want to stop and take a look. It's set up really nicely. It's a lot of fun. And then this is the aft, again, towards the aft of the ship here. If you wind around that little walkway up there, which we're going to walk towards, that's going to take you to the very back of the ship again, where the flow riders are and that Ultimate Abyss, as well as the wipeout bar. And then you'll eventually wind around to the other side of deck 15, which we will go to, which is where the sports court is. Get a really good view from there of the suites up there on deck 17. They have great balconies there. This is coming out on deck 15 on the pool deck around the other side of the ship. You get a great view down here into Central Park, and you get a great view of the slides. As you can see on those slides, they have the stripes and the polka dots, which are all translucent so the sun comes through, and you can see all those. They're all neon on the inside, which is really, really cool as you slide down them. Again, there's Central Park down there. We'll do a full tour. But again, 12,000 live plants there. It's pretty amazing to see. Here, you're just going to get a kind of good look at how big, again, Deck 15 is. It's really, really just stunningly amazing how big these Oasis class ships are. It's incredible. Back there on the left, very close to the Solarium entrance, you'll see one of the two cantilevered hot tubs back there, which is really cool. So here we're just walking through. You see, again, a lot of hot tubs on deck 15. 4 pools, bunch of hot tubs. And everything, again, spread out really well so it doesn't appear to be crowded in any one space. There are hot tubs pretty close to all of the pool areas. Obviously, there's little showers next to them so you can rinse off before and after you get in and out. The pools, as you can see, port day, but they're not overly crowded. There are some people in the pool. This is June of 2022. So outside, you don't see a lot of people wearing masks other than the employees. We didn't see a lot of people wearing masks the whole week, very few and far between, but there are some people that are still masking inside, depending on how crowded it is in specific areas. Just a quick look at Splashaway Bay here, kids area. So if you don't want your kids in the pool, or if they're too small to go in the pool, here they can just go and run around in the water a little bit and spray each other. It's really fun. There are these lime and coconut bars all over the deck 15 and deck 16. So there is no shortage of places to grab a quick drink and enjoy yourself. The bartenders are all so nice. All the employees and staff on the cruise ship are so nice. They're all wearing their masks outside like troopers. God bless them. Again, on deck 15 here, you have your sports court. They do a bunch of fun things on the sports court. So obviously they do basketball and soccer. They have free throw shooting contests. They do pickleball. They do 3-on-3 competitions. They play volleyball. So it's really a multi-use sports court. These are really nice. I love them. I love it outside. On the Quantum class ships, this is inside, and it's even way cooler. This is way easier to play basketball and all inside. So here's the arcade on deck 15. This is right next to the Teen Club. It's going to be right by Portside Barbecue and El Loco Fresh there. Small arcade, but it's fun. There's a lot of things to do. You can buy credits on a card, and you could load up your kid's card, or you could just let them run like crazy people. You can't put daily limits on kids' cards, so just so you know. This little sundries area on deck 15 where you can purchase anything that you forgot. This is super convenient. You should just go up here at any point during the day, except when you're in port, obviously, and come up and grab anything that you may have forgotten or you need. They're just in these little machines. Swipe your card and you grab whatever you need, which is great. Here on deck 15 in the front of the ship is the Solarium. Solarium is beautiful. It is not completely enclosed as it is on some of the other ships that go into Alaska or that travel during the winter up in colder areas like New England and those things. But this Solarium is beautiful. It is really huge. If you go out there to the front of the ship, they have little kind of standing areas where you can stand outside, which is really nice. It gets super hot up here and outside there, as you can imagine. There is a pool in the Solarium area. It is a small pool, as you'll see there. But there is a pool where you can jump in and cool off a little bit. But so much space if you want to come up here and spend the day and just get some sun and read and enjoy your day. As you can see, just so much seating here. Small pool, but just enough for you to get in and cool off. Like we said, it's not huge, but it's pretty nice in here. And the Solarium itself is massive and really nice. And just lots of great like open seating area where if you had a big party, as you can see, you could sit here with 10 or 12 of your friends. There's all little like tables. There's hot tubs. Just tons of space here. And you can see the little wing up in the front there where you can go out and look off the side of the ship. And then as you come out of the hot tub, out of the Solarium area, right towards the front, you're going to see the Solarium Bistro. This is also where they have the chef's table. Solarium Bistro is just some lighter options as a buffet. As you can see, it's not crowded at all. This is a good secret spot to just go and grab some breakfast and lunch. It is lighter. You're not going to get your big like hot dogs and hamburgers here. But there are some great things here that you can see and eat. And they do have some themes for dinner like Greek, but they are generally light. But again, way better than fighting the crowd up in the Windjammer for breakfast or lunch. Here we are. We're going to jump all the way down to deck 9 now, because the rest of the floors are pretty much all just cabins. We're going to jump into the music hall here. This is a 2-level area. I actually don't like this area as much as I do on like the Anthem, which I think it's actually bigger on the Anthem, which is interesting. But it's just a great place to see a show. This is also, if you're having a wedding, it's also most likely where your ceremony would be, which is really cool with the backdrop there of the boardwalk. There are some really cool seating here if you do come to see a cover band at night. The first cruise that we were on only had 4,100 guests, and it wasn't all that crowded in here. You can come in and jump in, grab some seats. The second cruise that we were on here in June, where we had 5,700 passengers, there was a Styx cover band, and we couldn't even get in. It was so crowded every time. Jump down here to deck 8 to the lower level of the music hall. And you can see the great backdrop here looking out at the back of the ship and the water there. It's really cool. Really nice space. Really set up well. Couple bars, so you can always get a drink. But it does get very, very, very crowded at night. They also do silent disco in here sometimes and some other things. Then looking out here is one of my favorite spots on any of the Oasis class ships, which is Central Park. As you stroll through here, you're going to see it's just a massive space that has all these live plants that are taken care of. You can see the people coming out taking care of them all day. There are little bird noises that are piped in during the day and crickets at night. It sounds really, really cool. It's very relaxing out here. This is also where most of your specialty restaurants are. So you see Chops Grill over here, which is the steakhouse. You can grab specialty dining credits or do the ultimate dining package. You can also eat outside at some of these restaurants, which is really, really nice. We ate outside at Chops. It was actually drizzling a little bit, but it's covered. And it was really nice and just very peaceful out there. And again, this is one of the spaces on the cruise ship. And this is outside. So if you look up, you are outside. It is completely open, which is beautiful. And this is one of the places on the cruise ship where you don't think you're actually on a cruise ship, where you completely forget that you're on a cruise and you just feel like you're outside in a park somewhere. This is the trellis bar here. So this does get a little bit crowded in the evening, but nothing crazy. Obviously, none of Central Park is ever really too crowded or busy, which is really nice. You can always walk around here and it just never seems crowded. Generally, people are doing a bunch of different things up in the pool deck or going to restaurants or shows. You can see they have living walls here, which is really just incredible. Then we're going to come up here on the Park Cafe. Again, another little hidden gem. If you are up early and you want to grab some breakfast, they do have some breakfast sandwiches in here. They have a bagel bar where you can go through and get bagels with lox or cream cheese or anything like that. They have little grab-and-go things all day. In here, you can grab coffee, tea, iced tea, milk, juices. Really nice, quiet spot that most people don't go to. As you can see, it's really quiet here. In this little area here, they do have someone who plays the guitar or a piano at night, which is really nice while you're at dinner, so you hear them if you go to any of the specialty restaurants. Also up here, we're going to walk by the Central Park Library. There is a little library here, which is really cute. You can go in and grab a book, check them out. You see Tiffany here. As we were on this cruise, they took down this signage and Tiffany is no longer there. It's a new store. So I guess the contract with Tiffany ran out, but that is gone now. There's a new store there. And then you're going to keep walking and you'll see John Hardy. This is a really, really nice area. I don't ever see anybody in some of these fancy stores, but they're nice. It's a nice kind of add-on. Treat yourself on your vacation, or maybe you'll hit at the casino. Central Park sprawls most of Deck 8, other than obviously some rooms and the music hall as we saw, but there's all these little hidden gems too that you'll find as you walk through Central Park, which is really incredible. On the other side here we have Vintages, which is the wine bar, which we really liked, had a great time there. It's super nice. The people are very, very helpful. It's a great place to grab a bottle of wine before dinner or just a glass. And again, you're on a cruise ship. You could just pick up your bottle and take it with you to the restaurant. You could sit outside, people watch. You meet a lot of nice people just hanging out. Up here on the left, you're going to have Giovanni's Table, which is the Italian specialty restaurant. We ate here as well. Their pastas are all handmade on the ship, and they are amazing. Food was really good. I generally do not lean towards Italian on a cruise ship. I just think that it's usually very basic, where you're getting pizza or some just normal pasta like chicken parm. This is not a high-end Italian. It's really, really good. The other cool thing you could see is they have umbrellas in front of all the restaurants. You are outside, so if it is raining, you got to get through the ship. You could just grab an umbrella and drop it at wherever you're going to. And as you walk through this, just walking through kind of at a normal pace here, you can see just how big Central Park is, which is, again, really incredible. If you've only been on a small cruise ship and you're worried about going on a big cruise ship because it's more people and you feel like it's going to be crazy, there are some amazing things like this where you can go and just almost have complete peace and quiet. This is the middle of the day. We're walking through Central Park here, and it is just desolate and quiet. And there's 5,700 people on the ship. So, again, just kind of really an amazing thing to see on any cruise ship at all, especially a massive cruise ship like this, which is really amazing. As you come up on the other side here, we're going to have one more specialty restaurant, which is going to be 150 Central Park, which is kind of like the farm-to-table restaurant on Royal Caribbean on the Oasis class here. Really good food, very simple foods that are done really well. They have great items there. Highly recommend it. It was one of our favorite restaurants on the ship. And that kind of takes you through to the end of Central Park here, which is, again, really big. And you can see they do a little homage to Central Park here and have the chess here, where you could sit and play a game of chess with your friends or family. Here's just a quick look inside one of the restaurants. We did Giovanni's Table here, just so you can see how nice these specialty restaurants are. We drop down to deck 7 here, and you check out the rock climbing wall. There are 2 rock climbing walls. They are on either side of deck 7. So the only way to access them is to go up on deck 7 or up the stairs here from the Aqua Theater. And you can see it is a huge rock wall. You can see these folks climbing up. On the right there, you can see how cool the Aqua Theater suites are. These are huge suites that overlook the Aqua Theater, where you can watch the shows and really just get a beautiful view of the inside and the outside of the ship, so you get an ocean view as well. And then we drop down here to deck 6, and we're going to take a look at the boardwalk. So you see these hand-carved carousel horses here, and they kind of take you through the progression of how they hand-carve these, and then they make their way onto the ship, which is really amazing. There is a little arcade here outside of Playmakers Bar and Grill. And one thing to note is we ducked in here real quick to show you these things. If you look on your Royal Caribbean app while you're on the ship, you'll see games on it. If you go to games, you'll see these 3 games. You can actually play those games in augmented reality there. Let's come up here. The dog house is on your left if you want to grab a hot dog or a bratwurst during the day. You have the carousel, which you can go on, which is very, very nice. Again, amazing to be on a cruise ship. Sugar Beach, where they have candy and ice cream sundaes. Ice cream sundaes are an additional cost. Over on the right here, we have Playmakers Bar and Grill, which has our #1 food item on the ship. It is the campfire cookie. Gotta try it. It is $6, and it comes out in a little skillet, and it has a cookie and then some s'mores on top. It is incredible. Here's a quick look at the Aqua 80s show, which is the Aqua Theater show. We don't want to show too much to give it all away, but it is just amazing what these guys do on the cruise ship. As you can see, there's a little water in the pool there, and then we have this one dive for you, which is pretty incredible, all the way from the top of the ship next to the crown there. You can kind of see how high up this is, which is just outrageous on a cruise ship. Here's the inside of Playmakers with a lovely little cricket match going on in the background. All the food here is, again, a la carte, so not a complimentary offering on the ship, but if you have the Ultimate Dining Package, you can get whatever you want. And we had the onion rings, the chicken tenders, and the campfire cookie. All of them were great and pretty inexpensive. Nothing was outrageously expensive in here. It was like $6 or $7 for each of those items. But you can see it's a really, really cool spot. It's a great place. Royal Caribbean has done a great job over the past couple of years signing contracts with like the NBA and the different sports. So while we were on the ship, it was the NBA Finals, and it was packed down here for those finals games. On the other end of Deck 6, we have the Vitality Spa. Also, you have the Vitality Cafe here. We can get some smoothies and some fun drinks. This is kind of like the entryway into the spa as well. The salon over here on your left, which we'll walk by in a minute. But then you go to check in for the spa. All the spa services are done downstairs, so you would get into the spa, get checked in here, and then they will take you down into the thermal suite where you will wait and get your massage or whatever spa treatment that you're coming in for. It's a really serene, beautiful area here. This is where they do some demonstrations on like teeth whitening, the acupuncture, all of those things you'll see on your cruise compass that you could sign up for. And then it winds back down here into the very back of the spa, which is the fitness center, which is huge and where there is never anyone in there. We're on a cruise, people. Have fun. Enjoy yourself. But if you would like to work out, you have plenty of options here. As you can see, just tons of treadmills, tons of bikes. There's a spin area. This is where the personal trainers are as well. So if you did like a training session or you wanted to do a quick fitness class, you could do that back here as well. Every time I come in here, the only people you see in here are people who are in the shows, like the Aqua 80 shows or the ice shows. It's pretty funny. They're all working out. We're all getting heavier on the cruise ship. Also, there are steps right here. If you go down those steps right next to where these spin class is, it's going to take you right onto the running track. So the running track on the Oasis of the Seas takes you around deck 5. It's kind of inside outside, which is pretty cool. You can actually run pretty fast as long as somebody doesn't pop out one of the doors and surprise you. But again, huge gym space here for being on a cruise ship. And then you see the salon where you can get your haircut, your manicure and your pedicure, all those treatments that you would like to get. Now we come out and we are right at the next cruise desk. This is where you go in. You can put some money down on your next cruise and you get some cruise credit to go along with it. And that winds right into the Schooner bar, which is right above the Royal Promenade. So you see here it's pretty standard. This is the Royal Caribbean really kind of standard of what cruising has always been. The Schooner bar is pretty much on every one of these Royal Caribbean ships. It's a great place to go at night, hang out. They do a little piano sing-along, get some great drinks at the bar, It's always crowded. It's always a blast. We had a lot of fun hanging out in the Schooner bar. And again, it overlooks the Royal Promenade. You could do some good people watching during the day and the evening, checking everything out. It's also a good little quiet, not so quiet, but a good spot if you want to watch like the parades or like the big parties on the Royal Promenade, but you don't want to be around all those people right in the middle of it. It's a good spot to kind of hang out and watch those things from afar. Just winds around. There's no way to get down to the promenade from here. You would have to go back around to where we came in. And on the other side, you have the shore excursion desk and then into focus, which is the photography area. So pro tip on this side of the ship, you can talk to these people. You can go up to these kiosks and book any shore excursions that you would like, although we recommend that you book those before you get on the ship. But you can check them out and see what's going on at your next port. There's also a rep here during the day to talk to you. They know everything about the excursions, which is great. And then you go into the photo studio where you can look at your pictures. You could purchase pictures digitally or get the prints delivered to your room. And then pro tip here is you can go all the way to the end of the photo studio, and there is a staircase down to the Royal Promenade, which also goes down into the casino. Now we're on deck 5. We're at the Royal Promenade, right at the entrance to the promenade from the back of the ship here. So you saw the Voom internet desk. You have the port and shopping desk. And then that's going to wind right around to the Bionic Bar over there, which is really cool. It's kind of one of those things that's fun. And the first time you get on a cruise ship that has this, you go over, you grab a drink from it. It's really cool. And then I feel like it's just a novelty. It's a fun novelty. But as the week goes on, when you're on a cruise for a week, there's less and less people at the Bionic Bar. It's kind of a one-time thing, but it's a cool, very cool thing. And then the big waterfall in the middle there that you see, or the shooting water up, is the Rising Tides Bar. So it's up on deck 8 at the moment. That comes down, takes about a half an hour. And you could ride that, grab a couple drinks. It is complimentary. Obviously, you have to pay for the drinks. But as we stroll through the Royal Promenade now, you're going to see guest services over there on your left, which is very quiet at the moment. You have some shops over here on the right. This is also where you get on the ship. So day of embarkation, you're going to come in right here, and then you obviously wind right onto the Royal Promenade, which is a great way to start your vacation. All the Royal Caribbean ships have these cars in them. There's a car on each one. Somebody dresses up these bears every day and puts different outfits on them, which is really cool. Staple of every cruise ship, the FE jewelry place. And as you wind along here, you're going to see there is a lot of shopping on the Royal Promenade. You're also going to see Sorrento's Pizza on your right, which is open till 2 or 3 in the morning every night. There's a real cool close-up of the car. Again, these little outfits you'll see, they change every day. You have Cafe Promenade over there, which we'll see again in a minute. Here's just a quick look through. You see the Royal Shop over there where you can get all your Royal Caribbean stuff. They do set up these kiosks during all the days and try to sell you stuff. Sorrento's Pizza there, you can see, is jumping. It was really crowded for most of the days. You have the Globe and Atlas Pub over there where they have some live music every evening with guitar. Here's your Cafe Promenade. It's your kind of grab and go every day. This is all complimentary unless you get boozy drinks over there. Or fancy coffees. So you have coffee, tea every day there. Here's a quick little video of the Bionic Bar. Again, pretty cool. Come on, do it one time. Grab a drink. It's pretty fun. Over on deck 5 here, you also have Boleros. This is the kind of Latin dance club at night. Very cool, big space. Come in, hang out. They have a live band. You could dance. A lot of fun. We were on the first cruise we were on last month or 2 months ago was for Cinco de Mayo. They had a big party It was all decorated up for Cinco de Mayo, which was a lot of fun as well. This is all the way at the front of the Royal Promenade. Has a real good Latin kind of Cuban vibe to it. The old car up in the front there. Right outside of Boleros is Starbucks. So you can get Starbucks on the cruise ship whenever you want. You could use your card to get it. You do gain points. You could use a Starbucks gift card there. Pretty cool. Here is inside the Globe and Atlas pub. This is the British kind of pub on the cruise ship. They do have a guitarist, an acoustic guitarist in here every night. And you can get some great beers in here. Here is Spotlight Karaoke on deck 5. Huge karaoke club. I don't understand karaoke, but some people love it. I don't know. I can't figure it out. But very crowded all the time. People singing. The other part I do kind of get is they have these private karaoke rooms, which we're going to look at in a second, which I think are really cool. So if you grab a couple of your friends and you just want to sing, I get that. I don't get this singing in front of all the people because I can't sing. So you do have that. Here's the private little room. Very cool. You could jump in here with a bunch of your friends and sing your favorite song, which is a blast. Now we're going to look at Sorrento's real quick. You can see they do have some salads, some pasta, and then pizza. And again, they're open till just about 3 in the morning every night. Then we come to the kind of front of the Royal Promenade. You can see how cool this is from deck 4, looking all the way up the elevator banks, which is just an amazing feat on a cruise ship. I think we take a lot of things for granted on the cruise ship. And we're just going to look a little bit around on deck 4 here. There are some cool things on deck 4. Sorry for the shoddy camera work again. We have Jazz on 4 on this level. You have the Diamond Club. You have Studio B, which is the ice rink, which we'll look at in a minute. You have Blaze, which is kind of a nightclub, but usually just a comedy club. You'll see that over there. And then obviously you have the casino, the art gallery on deck 4 as well. Found this little hidden gem here on deck 4. This little alligator jumping out of the pothole there, or the manhole. I don't know the story behind that, but I'm sure there is one. And those steps there go up to the Royal Promenade. Over here on the left, you're going to see the Diamond Lounge. On the right, Blaze Comedy Club. It is a nightclub, but I didn't see it used as a nightclub the whole time we were there. And then directly in front of us, we have Studio B, which is the ice rink. In Studio B, they do a lot of different things. So they do laser tag in there. They do, obviously, ice skating. You can go ice skating yourself. You can go to an ice show there. They did silent disco in there. They did the red party in there. They did bingo in there. Lots and lots of things going on in Studio B. Then we wander here through deck 4 and the art gallery. It's kind of pretty standard on all of the cruise ships. Again, sorry for the shoddy camera work there. This is one of the other things I don't truly get on cruise ships, and this is on all the different cruise ships. They have the Park West. I just don't get it. It's just me. It's okay. I don't understand art, I guess. There are some cool paintings. I can't imagine buying a painting on a cruise ship. They look like they're very expensive. There are some cool facts here in the hallway. You can read these little plaques about luck as you're walking into the casino, which is actually pretty cool. Again, some really, really cool paintings. I'm sure they're awesome. But they do have art auctions on the ship. You can go and do an art auction, get a free glass of champagne there, and hang out and bid on some art. And then this will wind you right into the casino. As you can see, the casino on the Oasis class ships is massive. The other side of the casino, not this side, but the other side of the ship is a smoking side. This is the non-smoking side. So if you are getting on the ship, just know that there is a smoking and non-smoking side, which is good for either side, whatever side you're on. Tons of slots, tons of tables. The one thing I saw is some of the tables aren't open. A lot of the tables aren't open. Again, that could be just like a staff shortage thing, but the casino was packed. Just some of the tables weren't open for some of the evenings. And if you haven't played on the casino on Royal Caribbean or any other cruise ship, you just tap your card on the machine. It'll rack up points just like you would at a casino on land. You can use it to transfer money from your room. You can put money in, however you want to do it. But again, just a massive casino for a cruise ship. And that winds you out on the other side of deck 4, where you're going to be right in front of the main dining room. Then we're going to show you deck 4 on the other side. Back to the other side of the ship, we have the Royal Theater. Had some great entertainment. Cats is still on Oasis. I don't know why. It's got to be some kind of licensing thing that they had it for so many years. We went to see Cats. I think we lasted 15 or 20 minutes or so. It's just, I don't know. The people are great, but, you know, it's Cats. So back to Studio B. This is the 80s, not the 80s, the Ice Show in Studio B, which is the writings of Hans Christian Andersen. So they do a couple different stories. People are super talented. It was amazing. Again, just show you the diversity of the Studio B. This is the Red nightclub party, which was pretty cool. And then the Silent Disco, also in Studio B, which is one of the craziest things to watch, people dancing and you can't hear any music. Also on deck 4, we just wanted to give you a quick look at what the Jazz Club looks like. This is the Jazz on 4. Really cute spot if you want to just grab a drink real quick. And then the other specialty dining restaurant on deck 4, Izumi Hibachi and Sushi. Again, this is a fave. You come on and you get to see a little dinner and a show. Really great. So quickly, I wanted to give you our quick overall views. This is Cocoa Beach Club as we wrap things up on Perfect Day at Coco. Okay, just a beautiful option. But we love the Oasis. We were on it twice in a month. We got to see all the different iterations of the shows. And I have to say, it's one of my favorite ships, one of my favorite cruise experiences. Royal Caribbean does a great job. Even though it got a little crowded on the second sailing, which it's obviously almost back to pre-COVID crowds, just a great, great experience. We highly recommend this cruise ship. And again, we'd love for you to like and subscribe to our channel. If you have any questions about anything, please feel free to hit us up and ask. And check out the comments below if you have any favorite spots on Royal Caribbean Oasis of the Seas that we missed or that you would like to highlight. Let us know. Thanks so much, everybody. Have a great day.